Back to channel again. This is Cloud Institution, the best cloud training institution in Bangalore. So now, what are we going to do today in this video is that, so we're going to grant Entra ID user and access to the Azure subscription. Okay. So what are in the last video, if you have followed with, so we have created an Entra ID user, and then we try to access using portal, right? So in this video, what are we going to do is that we are going to see how to grant an access to the specific subscription. Okay, so as you can see here, right? So we're going to see what is an Entra ID. As Entra ID, we have seen it in the last video that Entra ID is the cloud-based identity and access management service that helps organizations to secure and manage identities for a hybrid and multi-cloud environments, right? So it is used to create users, groups, and service principals and various other security aspects. So this is just like a Azure Active Directory. We have already seen it, right? So now let's go back to our portal again. So just like last video, I'm going to create one user. Okay, I'm not going to waste my time on searching it. So you can just click on Entra ID. If you have not watched the previous video, this video is going to be the same as just like a previous video. Okay, so now you can just see here. I'm going to give the username as a cloud institution. Okay, the cloud institution username. Okay, so I'm going to. Okay, so the um, here the display name is going to be the cloud institution again. So the password which I'm going to be, so the I don't want the auto-generated password. So I'm going to copy use some different password. Okay. Now I'll give a password. So if you can go and click on properties, I don't need to give all these properties just for a just for the normal user, because if you want to give all the first name, last name, and all these things for your organization purpose, you can give it. Okay, so now I'm going to review and create. Okay, so I'm going to create it. Now if you can refresh it. Okay, so I'm just refreshing it. As you can see here, I've created a username. Okay, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to log in with this user account. Okay, so I'm going to sorry, I'm going to type portal.azure.com. Okay, so here you have to give the user the email ID whatever you have copied. Okay, here you just give a password whatever you have entered. Okay, so I'm trying to sign in. So now I'm going to copy the same password, and I'm going to give some different password, right? So okay, so I'm giving password for this one. Okay, so you can just ask me later, and you can click on save none. So all these things you can do, right? So but now if you can go back, okay, I'm going to cancel it. Now if I can go back and see the subscriptions, I'm not seeing any subscriptions, right? So I don't see any kind of a subscription, whatever it is already there. Okay, so now if you want to see the subscription, if you want to grant an access to the subscription, whatever the account which is already here, now what I have to do is that I'm going to keep it in parallel like this. Okay, so now what I have to do is that if you can go and refresh it, nothing, subscription is not showing for this user, right? So now what I have to do is that I have to go to subscription, whatever the default subscription what I have here. Okay, so this is the subscription. Okay, I wanted to grant an access to this particular user to be able to access the subscription. Okay, now what I do is that I have to go to access control IAM. Okay, so now you can click on role assignments. Okay, so there is no role assignments are there. Okay, you can click on add and add role assignments, right? So you can click on add and role assignments. Okay, so as you can see here, the privileged user. So we want to create a reader access. Okay, so for example, first now let's create a read access for this one. If you want to create give a ownership access also, you can grant. For the security purpose, we are going to see the reader access for this particular user. Okay, so the user. Okay, the user or user group or service principal. I want to grant an access to the user. Okay, the user is going to be the cloud institution user, whatever I've created, right? So I'm just click on select. Okay, now you can see the cloud institution user has got selected. Now you can click on next. Okay, so now review and assign. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to grant this user an access to the subscription as a read access, right? So this person will not be able to create any other resources, but this guy should be able to have access to this subscription. Okay, if we can go to subscription now, go subscription. Okay, it'll take some time. Okay, now I'm going to refresh it. Okay, it may take a while actually. Okay, so the read access. Now if we can go back to the subscriptions. Um, okay, so still I'm not able to see the subscriptions, whatever is got created. Okay, now let's refresh it. Okay, now I can see it. Okay, it is taking some time, you know. So how much is the amount I have to pay? So it may take some time for you to, the access the access this Azure subscription. It will take some time. So please you have to wait for it. Okay, so this is how you should be able to create a user and grant access to the subscription. Okay, if you want to grant an access for the, I mean, using this user, you should not be able to create any resources on this one because this is just a reader access whatever you have given. Okay, so this is how you'll be granting an access to the user based on the Azure Entra ID users, right? So hope this video was really helpful for you. Okay, so if you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay, so please stay tuned for us for the future videos. Okay, thank you so much.